We were not surprised by the ruling. As you know, there is a case from not from the third DCA, but from a different district that is currently on point concerning the compelling of those kind of passwords for these purposes that you know of. But this is not a decision that we agree with, obviously. We disagree with it, and we will speak to at least my client to be certain that she remembers the passcode to begin with. If she does, she does. If she doesn't, we probably will be back here because I'm anticipating that the state may file a motion for contempt, and we have to deal with it at that time.
And I think that this is a decision that will change that will affect a lot of other cases that are pending in this circuit and in other circuits throughout Florida. I think that the judge didn't have any choice but to follow the decision that was made in the second DCA, and I think that his hands were tied. However, we will look into an appeal, and I think it's a very bad decision for the rest of the business community and the rest of the world to make defendants give up their passwords, and I think it opens up a can of worms for a lot of other things that may be unconstitutional. So we'll sit together, think about how we're going to proceed and what motions we will be filing. In the meantime, we have a court date in 2 weeks. We will see whether our clients even remember a password from a year ago, and we'll take it from there.
And the next issue, as you know, that's coming down the pipe is if you have a client who's compelled to divulge her passcode that was created maybe over a year or 2 years ago, in the event that she doesn't remember, is that sufficient to warrant maybe other sanctions and perhaps even throw the client in jail because of non-compliance? So those are the type of issues that's coming down the pipe, and hopefully they will be resolved in favor of our clients.
Man jailed for 180 days for refusing to give police his iPhone password. A dangerous precedent has been set involving an iPhone in which people can be imprisoned for doing nothing more than practicing their Fifth Amendment right. Welcome to the post-constitutional age in America. By Rachel Blevins, June 3, 2017. Should Americans face jail time for refusing to surrender their passwords to police, or is the request alone a violation of their Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination? According to one judge in Florida, the former is the correct answer. Photo Gallery, 2017 Nissan Titan King Cab at the Chicago Auto Show. Sponsored. Christopher Wheeler, 41, was sentenced to 180 days in jail by Broward Circuit Court Judge Michael Rothschild for failing to reveal the correct passcode to his iPhone. Wheeler was initially arrested on charges of child abuse in March, after he was accused of hitting and scratching his young daughter. The catch is that police are claiming the evidence of this abuse. Multiple photos of repeated injuries to the child can only be found on Wheeler's locked iPhone. After he was held in criminal contempt of court by Judge Rothschild in early May, Wheeler did provide a passcode to the iPhone, it just wasn't the right one. "I swear, under oath, I've given them the password," Wheeler insisted when he appeared in court on Tuesday. Wheeler's case was determined on the basis of an appeals court decision, which separated the phone's passcode from incriminating photos or videos located on the device. In December 2016, the Florida Court of Appeals 2nd District ruled that a passcode is not related to any criminal evidence found on the phone. Providing the passcode does not betray any knowledge Stahl may have about the circumstances of the offenses for which he is charged. Thus, compelling a suspect to make a non-factual statement that facilitates the production of evidence for which the state has otherwise obtained a warrant based upon evidence independent of the accused's statements linking the accused to the crime does not offend the privilege. As Wheeler was sentenced to 180 days in jail for failing to provide the passcode to his iPhone, another Florida man was facing similar demands. Wesley Victor appeared in court on Tuesday as a suspect in an extortion case that surrounded a sex tape scandal involving Miami social media celebrity Yes Julz. Read more: school cop fires gun in school for no reason, hitting a teacher in the neck not arrested. In contrast, Miami-Dade Circuit Judge Charles Johnson chose not to hold Victor in contempt of court, ruling that he should not be expected to remember his phone's passcode more than 10 months after his initial arrest. Critics of the appeals court decision argue that such a requirement violates the individual's Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. The Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution states, "No person shall be held to answer for a capital, or otherwise infamous crime, unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces, or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property, without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use, without just compensation." The Florida Supreme Court has yet to address the issue of whether police should have the right to demand a suspect's passwords. In Wheeler's case, he will eventually have an opportunity to post bond, following an appeal. However, Judge Rothschild made it clear that there was one get-out-of-jail-free card which would result in his temporary release, the correct passcode to his iPhone.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.